Welcome back. This is Wisconsin Shoe Guy, and today we're going to do a shoe review. Now, I've had this pair for a little bit over a year. This is my Norman Vilalta Eduardo. It's had a few wears on it, not a tremendous amount of wear showing on the sole, although I've worn it quite a lot. I think it's mostly just because I wear it on carpet. But as you look at the leather, there are a good number of micro creases here, which are really developing quite well. And they have their own patina that comes in, and those creases actually go up the vamp all the way to the top here, because and I said this in another video, this single lacing here does very little in terms of holding my foot in the shoe. My foot stays secure like a loafer with the way it is here, and the hold on the back. The facing itself is more or less just for show. I know some people had dissenting opinions about that, but that's my opinion and my experience from wearing them. I view them much more like a monk strap than like a lace up. Now, especially with one, sometimes with two, it's a little bit more, but it really virtually no support here at all. And you could tell actually when I wear it, it's not tied very tight either as part of that, because it just doesn't seem to do anything, and the shoes are so secure on my feet. Now, this part here has provided a lot of stretching as I've worn it, and you can see that in the way the leather is across the way the creasing is, and the way that there's like this little bubble here. That's when leather stretches, it does that. And this is actually something that I wrote to Norman Vilalta and I asked them about, because when I first got these, it was very tight. And I know a lot of guys like to wear their shoes really tight, but for me, it was not cutting off circulation, but it was about as tight as I could tolerate. And I wanted to know whether or not that was good or not. And they said, this is going to stretch just enough right here so that they'll become comfortable, which they have, and that the tightness actually helps keep them on my feet, which they hold really, really well. Now, these were very highly polished on the back hindquarters, and I've tried to maintain that polish along the way. And then, of course, the toes are also highly polished. As I continue to do my next round of polish on these, I'm going to take all the high shine off and go back to more of a subtle shine. I think that and I'm going to darken the toe a little bit and create more of a blended darkening throughout it to try to antique it a little bit. Now, Norman Vilalta has some really great details in here, where he has like this little half moon and the little square there. He's got the right here, he's got the little broguing and a cross. Again, the half moon on this side. Just some really interesting things that he does on all of his shoes. The soles are very, very well put together. The edges absolutely smooth. There's just a lot of handwork. The pitch on the heel is just really attractive. Love the way these came out. And the stitch density, the quality, everything that I see is just really very, very good. I would be remiss if I did not talk about this color. This is a Mediterranean brown, and as you can see, the darkening and the lightening as in where the leather breaks is very, very attractive, and I like the way that is aging the shoe. You can even see a little bit of it on the flex on the toe, like where my toe hits up here. It's kind of interesting, because I didn't even realize my toe did go up there, but kind of does. So thought that was interesting. Now, from a fit standpoint, I wear a 9.5, and these are 9.5s, and they fit perfectly. I've stuck with that size for most brands. There are a few that I size up to 10, like G&G, and like with Edward Green, I'm kind of in between depending on the last. I did not have to go to a custom last for this, which worked out really, really well for me. So I have another pair from Norman Vilalta on a different last, which is a pair of boots, which I also went to the same size that fit also consistently. I have another pair of split toes on the way, and we'll see whether or not those do as well. But I'm pretty much a subscriber to staying with the same size in all lasts for a maker. I know a lot of guys disagree with that, but I don't like my shoes super tight. So for me, it doesn't really make that much of a difference there. So overall, I feel like as I get traveling more and more this year, I will wear these out on the road, and really put them into a 20-hour day. Haven't had a lot of opportunities to do that yet, and so haven't gotten my full rotation out on that kind of wear yet. But that is definitely something that I plan to do, and these are on my list to make sure that I expose them to that kind of wear. So we'll do a follow-up probably in June, July, after they've been through that, just to follow up on the review. But for now, I would say that the wear that I've had has been more of 4 or 5 hours, so like evening wear, and they've definitely held up very, very well, and very excited with them. I've probably worn them a dozen times or so. So happy to report that I'm very, very pleased with the quality, the construction, the leather itself. Really is a good example of leather that softens and doesn't stretch a lot. The one places that it stretches are on the main flex point where I needed it to stretch for comfort. And, and it did that. And you can see this, it did this on both feet. My right foot's a little bit wider than my left. It's actually about 0.5 centimeter wider. So you'll see a little bit difference in the way that they've stretched, but certainly nothing that I would consider alarming. So this is Wisconsin Shoe Guy, and that is my first Goodyear welted shoe review on the Norman Vilalta Eduardo.